Well, hello, fellow film fans, and thank you for visiting my YouTube channel, Tyler's Real Movie Talk. And in this video, I'm going to be giving you my non-spoiler review of Skyscraper. Not that there's like any real spoilers that can be had, but hey, you know what? It's a non-spoiler review, so let's just get right into this. But first, I do gotta say, if you're a fan of movie talk, movie reviews, and really everything of that nature, definitely consider subscribing and hitting the notification bell down below, which will notify you anytime I have any new content coming out. But with that out of the way, let's dive right into this Skyscraper review as promised. So Skyscraper is starring The Rock, of course, and we all know that no one sells the tickets like The Rock, and he did it again with this movie. I was actually kind of shocked because I bought tickets to go see this movie, and when I bought tickets to go see it, there was nobody in the theater. Like, we're talking like nobody. And then we go to the theater, and it's like a packed house within like 24 hours. I was like, wow, that was pretty amazing. Only The Rock could do that, to be completely honest with you. But with that out of the way, let's seriously get right into this. So, this is a movie about a really tall building, you know, Skyscraper, and a really badass guy played by The Rock. And that's really what you need to know about this movie, because that's just what you need to know. There's really not much more you need to know about it. So that's what the movie is about. That is a plot simplified for you guys. And let's just get into what I thought about this movie. Look, I actually had some fun with this movie. Now, I definitely had more fun with this movie than I did, say, Rampage, that The Rock was also in. Like, look, the Rampage, it was a fun movie, but, I mean, it was kind of bad, thinking back on it. But this movie was actually pretty fun. I had a fun time. Now, I'm not going to say it was good. I'm not going to say it was great. I'm not going to say it was bad. It's like in that gray area where it was like, it was fun, you know what I mean? I don't really know if it tried to be good. I don't really know if it tried to be bad. It was just fun, which I appreciate for, because that's basically what I expect when I go out and see The Rock in a movie. I just expect a fun time, you know what I mean? So I really like how it delivered on that. And really, The Rock is a total badass in this movie. Look, The Rock is fantastic, and in this movie, he's a total badass. And honestly, I'm kind of convinced that this movie was made purely to show how badass The Rock really is, because it does it a lot. It does it like a lot. So I enjoyed that aspect part of it too, even though it kind of seems like I'm complaining about it. I actually really did enjoy that aspect of the movie, because The Rock is a badass, and that's how he should be portrayed, even in the movie. You know what I mean? And let me tell you about this movie. Look, if you see this movie, you're going to know exactly what I'm talking about when I say this. If you do not believe in duct tape before you go see this movie, it's going to totally change your mind. Duct tape can and will not only fix everything, but do anything you need it to do. And this movie shows that, because it uses duct tape like 4 or 5 times for the weirdest stuff, but it actually makes sense, because duct tape can do anything. And I am a big believer in duct tape after seeing this movie. That's what this movie has done for me, has instilled belief in duct tape. And if you guys have seen the movie, and when you see it, I swear, this is going to look so weird that I'm talking about duct tape on this video, but when you guys see this movie, I'm telling you, you're going to be like, okay, yeah, that makes sense. I get why he said that. And you actually might even have a laugh, which would be great. Now, also, like I said, The Rock was great in this film, as he usually is. Look, like I said, also, no one sells the tickets like The Rock. I mean, he's just the biggest movie star out right now. I mean, you could have the biggest, like, piece of shit movie out there, and you just add The Rock's name to it, and guess what? People are going to be like, who cares? The Rock's in it. I'm going to go see it anyway. That's what he does, and definitely he deserves it, because he is actually a really good actor, and he has turned into a phenomenal actor from the WWE days, you know what I mean? Like, I'm actually really impressed, and I really like seeing The Rock on the big screen. I actually get excited every time he is on the big screen, because he's just that entertaining, and I just really enjoy seeing him. Now, also, some good parts about this movie. Look, the action was pretty good. Now, look, there are a lot of high parts, so, like, what I mean by that is they're up high, obviously, you know, Skyscraper. They're up high, so I'm saying, like me, if you're like me and you're afraid of heights, look, there's going to be some parts in this where you're like, your stomach's turning and you're like, oh my god, you know, I don't know if I like this, but I actually did like it, because, you know, I don't know why, but there were some parts in this movie that definitely made my stomach turn, which was absolutely fantastic. I like when a movie does that, you know what I mean? And I definitely like how this movie did it, because, man, when he looks down sometimes and you just see the bottom of the floor, all you're thinking about is, oh my god, like, what if he fell? And then all of a sudden your stomach just starts twisting and turning. But it's all good, because, you know, it does it really effectively, and I like the way it does it in this movie. And the action really is pretty good. Now, some parts of the action, it really does drag on just a little bit, but I definitely enjoyed most of this movie's action. because it was just good action. You know, there's some good WWE style fights in this movie that I think a lot of people will enjoy, especially seeing The Rock in this movie. So it really makes sense to put those WWE style fights in here. So I really think a lot of people will enjoy that about this movie. Now let's move on to some of the negatives, like the villains. They're weak. They're trash. I mean, let's just call it how it is. The villains are trash. I don't know what it is with movies these days, but why can we not have a good villain? We haven't had a good villain since Thanos in Avengers, if I remember correctly. And that's just sad because we need more great villains because they help make the story that much better. So that's a little sad for me that the villains were so weak, but they were definitely really weak in this movie. And another thing I didn't like, look, the guy, whoever the guy was that created the building, I think they said his name a couple times, and his name sounded like Jumanji. I don't know if I'm alone in that, but it kind of sounded like Jumanji, and I didn't like that because it kind of distracted me a little bit. I thought they were just like trying to just throw out a little Easter egg for Jumanji because they're like, oh my god, yeah, The Rock was in there. So I didn't like that part about it either. But you know what? Overall, I would say this is a fun movie. Now, like I said, I'm not gonna say it's good. I'm not gonna say it's great. I'm not gonna say it's bad. It's fun. It hits that gray area where you have fun with it, but you're not expecting too much, and it really, since you're not expecting too much, it doesn't let you down too much, so it's a fun time. So that's what I think about this movie. Definitely let me know what you guys think about this movie when you guys go see it. Definitely let me know in the comments below. I want to hear all of your opinions on this, and if you guys like this video, be sure to click that thumbs up and share it around with all of your friends. But with all that out of the way, thank you for watching.